Greenie. Rise and shine. What is this place?
It's great. No backstory. No nothing. Just show up to set.
I had to do some tough preparation for the film. How tough was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough shooting because, we didn't shoot this movie for a sort of, like, I think, in the same conditions that people kind of expect from films in its bracket. We didn't make it for a lot of money and we didn't have a lot of time. We shot it with kind of relatively limited resources, comparably limited resources. And yeah, it looks, like we had all the money in the world, and that's because the visual effects team was so great and Wes is so talented. So we were lucky to be part of that. But yeah, the conditions were tough. It was so hot, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, this room isn't bad, but you got to times it by 10. It was, 100 degrees. The humidity was at a maximum.
So I guess it helped.
Yeah. It kind of did. Yeah. I mean, like, the makeup didn't have to add sweat or anything like that. It was more like taking away sweat. And the mud and the sand and the cuts and the bruises are all kind of real, particularly for Dylan.
In school, I very much disliked running as a kid. I think I still do. I love sprinting. That's like an entirely different thing in my mind, but not for very long. Like long distance running, I feel like when I was a kid, there was like nothing worse in my mind.
It's also interesting to see how you basically recreate a small human society from scratch. And do you think you would have reacted in a similar way if you were in similar circumstances? So
I think so.
Which path would you take on? I
think it's one of the most relatable facets of my character is that I'd want to build a kind of home and remain in the glade. I don't see myself being brave enough as to try and escape via the maze. I think I'd want to, pitch a tent in the glade and try and make things work on a long-term basis there.
I mean, I definitely would go through the maze. I would definitely be a runner, just because that'd be the only thing I could do. But yeah, I don't. It's so easy to say that I would be the hero and like get everyone out of there, and but who the hell knows? Maybe I would get there and just be like, screw this. Like,
Entire facility is designed to keep you safe. Where are they taking her? They're hiding something. These people are not who they say they are.
I don't know. Leave people alone. Experiments. Life's too short to be involved in experiments.
And that's why you're making the next installment.
Right. Yeah, if it's a world like that, I think I get it. I get it at that point. But also I wonder, I feel like they'd want to collect they'd want to have as many of those kids who are immune, sort of like, instead of like risking a lot of them dying all the time, I don't know.
That's not good.
I don't know, but yeah, I guess you're weeding out the strongest, It's interesting.
Thomas, what did you see? We never escaped. It's wicked. It's all just been part of their plan.
Woo!
There's the cover for me, so I can do whatever.
I know. I want it. You know what? See how you like it. What is
To watch all the newest and hottest interviews first, please subscribe to my channel.